Oh my gosh. The UK inflation numbers just came in for May. There is no one in this planet that was expecting this. It came in at 8.7%. 8.7%. That is by far the highest inflation figure of all the G7 and all the major economies in the world. That's near Russia's inflation rate. It is absolutely no one. I mean, everyone asked me yesterday, what would it be? I said, I'll be in the sevens. It will have dipped down from last month's 8.7. But there's worse, guys. There's worse. Core inflation, which strips out energy and food, because they're volatile, and they're the ones that the central banks are meant to look at, because they try and always look at lower numbers. It went up. It went up. Right? Last month, it went up from 6.4 to 6.8. And everyone was like, wow, this is like, whoa, bond yields went up. Everyone said, this is catastrophe. But everyone, including myself, expected it to go down this month. I mean, there's no way it's going back up when the entire Western world is going down. The US is at 4, right? The EU is at 6. How the hell do you get core inflation to go up to? 7.1% they had. 7.1%. Guys, that is an insane number. That is, I would put all my money, there's no way it's going up again. I'm sorry, that's how bad it is. So now, we have to think about, why is this happening? And the answer is very simple. The UK now is, and I've done the video before, you should see it, on Argentina. It is Argentina, which basically means, where's this inflation from? They just increased, there's a triple lock in the UK. Benefits, pensions, government salaries have to go up by the rate of inflation or more. So benefits went up by 10% last year, right? Pensions the same, 10%. And government salaries, well, they went up, let's go on average, 7%, okay? Those three is half the country. More than 50% of the UK is government spending, right? That is more than half the country. They just got a massive pay boost. They're happy. While all the real workers in the private sector barely getting 5% and scraping by and suffering all the inflation, these guys who are the government people, benefits, pensions, and government employees, are 10% richer. So they're spending their money left, right, and center. When you do that, you increase inflation. You bump up the prices of things. There's too much demand for things. So the prices go up. I only have 2 chocolate bars and there's 3 people that want it. So I'll keep the prices high. Rent is through the sky. In the BBC, there's a guy who said that I have £1,750 ready for rent, which is a ridiculous amount of money. And I can't find anything. There is nothing. Things have been bumped up. There's too much demand still in the economy. There's too much. Now, this cycles, as we've done with Argentina. What happens now? So too much inflation. They gave too much money. Inflation goes up. Guess what happens next year for the benefits, pensions, and government wages? It will go up again. Whatever it is today, 8.7%. That's how much it will go up next year. It has to. It's triple locked. There's no way it cannot. And what do you cause next year? Even more inflation. So it's absolutely pointless what the central bank is now doing, raising interest rates. It's irrelevant, right? You're not going to, the causality of interest rates and inflation is broken. There is no causality. The only reason tomorrow they will increase interest rates by 0.5%, the only reason they will do that is to save the pound. Because people will be ditching the pound because they're saying, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not holding anything with pounds. They're devaluing by 9% basically every year. Why? Get me out of this junk and get me into something stable. And so they have to offer much higher interest rates. And so that's what they will keep doing, which is what happens to all EMs, all emerging markets. The UK is an emerging market with a nice flag and a great history. It is finished. Finished. No one was the only country to go up in inflation. The only country, well, it was exactly the same, but basically to go up, not go down. What? From the highest number. Wow. I've got no words. There is no more. You can't, again, next year, those wages, those benefits, pensions, and wages have to go up 9%. What do you think will happen with inflation next year? It will go up. It doesn't matter about interest rates. Most of the country are on benefits, pensions, or government employees. There's no private sector. It's a fake country like Argentina, also on the back of the government. It's a fake country. That's it. It's not capitalism. It is communism, but at its worst. Wow. I mean, I have no words. This is way worse than anyone predicted. I don't think anyone would have predicted this. Anyway, good luck. We have to add the final caveat to this, and that is, will things get better? No, because currently we have the responsible conservatives supposedly in power. They're just corporate shills. They're a bunch of idiots. They're totally corrupt. Please stop. They're not conservative in any way. And who will guarantee get in the next election next year? Labour, which is even more spending, even more benefits, even more beholden to trade unions. It's only going to get worse next year when we've already explained everything. The triple lock people go up by 9% again next year, regardless of interest rate. Interest rates can go up to 30%. Interest rate can go up to 50%. Inflation will never stop in the UK because the government is the entire country. There is no private manufacturing. It's too small. So just like Argentina, the government forced to increase pensions, benefits, pensions, and government wages. That's what will happen with inflation. It does not matter anything else. The government is forced to print it. They will print it, and it will increase more inflation. It doesn't. Interest rates is irrelevant. And now we have Labour coming in with more spending they want to do, even more. It's over. There is no hope. The only hope would be the Reform Party or some party to come in and actually be financially prudent, but I just cannot see that happening because you have half the country on benefits, pensions, or government wages. So that's it. You're in the doom loop. It's finished now. There is no hope. They've crossed the Rubicon where even if the taxpayers, the actual guys who are really working in the private sector, actually want to vote, let's say 100% of them vote against Labour, they can't. They're not big enough to override the benefits, pension, and government employees block. Sorry, guys. There is no hope. I'm sorry. Normally I'll give you some hope, and most countries have hope. The UK has no hope. None.